Oh my god. Or myself muted by accident like an idiot, a fool. Anyway, hi guys! It's a level 97 time. Well, the rest of the level 97 quests, we already started doing some of them. Last time we came to Yasulani. And oops, it's been taken over by the weird Thunderdome. And once we come in, we find that things are very, very different from the rest of the world. Because apparently 30 years has passed inside the dome, as opposed to it being like maybe a week outside. Not good, not great. Obviously we managed to get in, try and help take care of things. That's going okay, air quotes. And we met Spain, who is the queen. Well, really the queen of reason of what they're calling Alexandria. So here we are. Let's see how this goes. But anyway, also last night after stream, a friend also wanted to get through Vanguard, and they didn't want to do with NPCs, so we did it with players. And I am now level 100. So we're now going to be doing Pictomancer. Also, I need to fucking fix the sound. It's I put it down lower last night so I could hear the other people in my call. Wow. But anyway, my friend is either going to be logging in soon and trying to catch up to where I am, or oh wait, I need to just go fast. Give me 2 seconds. Sorry. Sorry. Every company is starting a new schedule for actions, so I had to set that up. Alright, Sveen, lead the way. Rather than bore you with lengthy explanations, let's head back to the farm we passed earlier. Yeah, UPA's Halo, it is called. We can speak with one of the farmers when we arrive. I guess we're off to UPA's Halo. Whee! Wow. There we go. Allow me to introduce you to Mahawaza, one of the most experienced farmhands in all of Alexandria. She's well versed in myriad farming techniques. Indeed, the wealth of knowledge she has shared with the other farmers will allow this place to flourish. Queensfiend, what do I owe the sudden shower of praise? My apologies for the interruption. I come with guests from beyond the barrier. But there's a different top combined with the bottoms. We wish them learn more of Alexandria, so invited them to see where crops are grown. I do hope that's all right. So the rumors of visitors from the outside were true. What manner of hopes would we be to deny them a look around? And I gather your majesty also intend to check on things here? You know me too well, Mahu Swab. I've thought to seize this opportunity to see how the farmers fare. Perhaps cover them with a few questions. Well, I do so enjoy observing and taking part in the work too. But here we have for permission, so please walk the grounds to your heart's content. You go on ahead. I'll keep Sphene company. Don't understand. I'm not the suspicious type. And given our position, so it makes sense for us to go around together, wouldn't you say? A fair point, but be sure not to let me out of your sight. I shall remain under Duklamat's watchful eye. Hey, come find us after you've seen your fill and so with the other farmhands. I think Reen also does that hand gesture. I only remember Reen and Metion doing that specific hand gesture. Where she claps her hands together. Hello, sir. Oh, ma'am. They're saying that you and yours are visitors from beyond Varia. Is that true? Yep. I mean, I don't have that thingy on my head either. So it is, which is you're connected to the outside world again. Not that I have any desire to leave, mind you. I'm quite content with life here in Alexandria. But setting that aside, you're here to observe our work, right? As you can see, I'm in charge of livestock. Here at UPA's Hello, we produce not only fruits and vegetables, but also meat, poultry, and eggs. Tending the animals is an absolute joy, but I have to be careful not to grow attached. It's always a little sad when they're shipped off, but a job is a job. Well, I need to get back to it, but as I was talking to you, please give my regards to the Queen. Oh, an unfamiliar face. I guess this is your first time on site? Yes, for sure. Well, this here's the storehouse. Or rather, the entrance. The real storehouse is underground, much more spacious and equipped with temperature regulation system to keep the harvest spoiling. Since the entrance is so small, it's much easier to prevent wild beasts from wandering inside, which also makes it a viable facility for breeding and raising livestock. We even got a few beds down there for emergencies. My parents often complain of how Alexandrian technology and electrop complicate our lives, but it's just a matter of learning how things work. Take my job, for instance. I'm presently overseeing the storage of harvested crops. They'll be taken up to the tower for processing, and from there find their way to every dining table in Alexandria. The work is hard, but I can't, well, not deny it, but I take great satisfaction in what we do. Elias, well, that's not a... Light levels appear to be fine. As for the power source... Oh! 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 Also here! You wish to know about my job? I tend to the fields, mostly. Watering the crops, keeping the soil fertile, and so on. I admittedly took some time until I probably understood how to best carry out my duties. I also manage labs we use in the fields. We do our best to keep everything up to code, but should they ever start to malfunction, it's up to me to fix them. But aside being what they are, ensuring a rich harvest makes for constant work, but honestly I enjoy how involved the process is. Both my parents being Alexandrian, I didn't grow up knowing much of anything about farming. Every day is an opportunity to learn and grow. I'd wondered what that name. You see, don't be too hard on yourselves. Anyone would have been hard-pressed to deal with such a thing. Oh, welcome back. My apologies for failing to notice your return. I gather you've had your fill of speaking with the farmers? Well, let's return to well, the person we were talking to earlier. Mahuswa? I'm bad at names. Well, what are your impressions of the farm? I was amazed that everyone loves our work. A curious observation. Do you not love your own work? Oh, but I jest. It is true that the people of the outskirts seem the most fulfilled. Anyway, always, they take to their duties with great good cheer. What do you think of our little tour, Lamachi? Well, what did you call me? Was that inappropriate? I heard the others call you by that name, and I thought... No, it's fine. As you observe, no need for titles and formalities. As for my thoughts, I was very impressed. But that machines can be used to overcome so harsh an environment is amazing. I've never seen anything like it. Feeling is understandable. Indeed, many still find the machinery behind me baffling. It's like a silo, isn't it? Oh, yeah, kind of. It's a system that controls the distribution of water for the fields and livestock. It's been acting up lately, though. Acting up, you say? You don't worry, my queen. It happens fairly often. Put simply, it's taken in water that had a strong lightning charge. We think some creatures are being charged up with the energy and they are releasing it into the river we use as a source. The system would return to normal if the creatures were dealt with, but I'm not negative the army. We can take care of it if you like. That is most gracious of you to offer, but it is much too dangerous. Oh, it's no trouble the vow of resolve Tuliola. Regardless of how the relationship between our nations may develop, if there are people in need, I want to help. Simple as that. And Karan is even stronger than I am. It shouldn't take us long at all. Then very well, I gratefully accept, but please take all care. Let's have to go even faster if you and I search for lightning-charged fiends on our own. Good hunting! Bye-bye! Let's go. We're almost there. Oh, okay, damn it. I'm trying to get... There we go. Okay, who will be fighting first? Whee! It will let me walk under the bridge? Okay, game. Sure. Rude. Oh, I think they're doing a map over there. Alright, what's next? Ah, you're both alright, thank goodness. I really needn't have worried so much. We barely broke a sweat dealing with fiends. They're all gone now. Of course I was worried. You're my dear guests. Thank you. We truly appreciate this. Indeed, with this we won't have to ask Sorrel Jaw's machines for help. He's making concentrated effort to bolster his forces, sparing but a fraction for the people's protection. Thinks nothing of our safety, unlike Queen Sphene. I don't know if I'm saying her name right, but that's enough. If you have grievances, I'll hear them later. But to speak of the king now? No, she's right. He's never been the one to look after his people. Anyway, thanks for letting us tour the farm. The folk here are delightful, and it was a pleasure to meet them. Good, favored us with more uplifting words. My people are my pride and joy. And you never failed to let us know, nor how much you care. Of course, you're my precious family, all of you. You seem a good sort, Sphene. That I'll admit. You'll forgive me if I'm not ready to lower my guard for the enemy queen just yet. Oh, for you to be called that, I dread to imagine what villainy your majesty has committed. Oh no, this is no laughing matter. The ruler is responsible for the welfare of countless lives, and one wrong decision can lead to untold suffering. They are as unconsolable. Now, I believe we are done at the farm. Let's move on, shall we? Are you a real person, or are you like you? It just occurred to me, but you've been around since Sorrel Jaw. And that was 30 years ago. You look like you're in your late 20s, at oldest. You're like a robot yourself, aren't you? Perhaps you head back to the outskirts? I dare say your friends will have also returned by now. Thanks again for dealing with the beans. Come visit us at any time. Let's go back. Cross the river. What, mama? Do you hear that? Oh, great. What's happening? Uh-oh.
What's happening over there?
Yeah, that's what I'm concerned about too.
It's nearly time.
Nearly time for what?
I'm glad you could make it.
What's going on?
Are you with us?
Queen Sphene has come to see you.
The bracelet. The bracelet. The bracelet. The bracelet.
We're here, Namika. Everything is going to be all right.
How the fuck are you alive?
What's the matter, dear?
It can't be. That's the bangle I gave to Namika.
You know her?
Of course I know her. She was like a mother to me.
I see. She was always willing to lend a kindly ear to others, but rarely did she ever speak of herself.
Is it Is it really you?
She must have arrived shortly before the barrier manifested. For us, it was perhaps days, but for her...
3 decades.
Namika, it's me. Wuklamat.
I'm afraid her time with us is nearly at an end.
Has she no more soul cells?
She always used hers sparingly, but at her age, it wouldn't make a difference.
Soul cells? What are those?
Ma'am, the ushers have arrived.
Thank you, Namika, for your many years of friendship. Take comfort in the knowledge that this is not the end.
What does that mean?
Be not afraid. Your memory will live on. In us.
Living on in memory. The giants share a similar belief.
Wait, where are you taking her?
Worry not. She is being escorted to a medical facility in the tower. There we will ease her burden. I had hoped to make arrangements for her sooner, but she wished to remain here for as long as possible. I could not bring myself to refuse her.
She was waiting for Wolfenlot to show up. Oh no!
Is there any way I might stay with her for a little while longer? We may not share the same blood, but she was my mother. Please.
Let us give them some time alone.
We just stay there. Everyone else leaves except us. Oh, there we go. The hell's a soul cell?
She didn't speak, but I'm grateful that I could be with her at the end. Thank you.
I thought she was already dead.
It's not the end.
I thought it was worse.
Hmm?
Oh, nothing. I was just thinking that we have much to discuss. Where shall we begin?
Oh, what the fuck's a soul
We
cell?
can be reasonably certain of, perhaps. Between what we have witnessed and the testimony of Alexandria's inhabitants, it's safe to say that two distinct lands have indeed become one. What's more, having met Namika, there is no denying the divergence in the passage of time. Taken together, these phenomena strongly suggest that some manner of cross-rift displacement has occurred. Specifically, the displacement of Alexandria from another reflection to the source.
Alexandria moved.
It does seem the most likely explanation.
The real question is, can you get to that reflection anymore through that gate?
What perplexes me, however, is the scale of said displacement. It far exceeds what could conceivably be achieved with a void gate, or even with the Crystal Tower. In essence, we are dealing with a localized instance of dimensional compression. The Ascians would no doubt liken it to a rejoining.
Ooh.
Which invites the question, how was such a feat accomplished?
I wish that I had an answer for you, but this talk of reflections and dimensions is well beyond my understanding.
Well, that better be true.
I can only tell you that we lived peacefully under the barrier's protection for many, many years, until the day that peace was suddenly broken.
If
Zoralja?
I may clarify, the barrier predates Alexandria's displacement.
By several hundred years, yes. To when the continent we call home was ravaged by a devastating cataclysm. The barrier was erected to isolate us from the surrounding land's noxious influence.
I see. And it was only later that it was whisked away, along with its contents, by means unknown.
In other words, Sphinx as lost as the rest of us, right? The Alexandrians didn't mean to end up in Tural.
Zoralja probably intended for this for sure, though.
But of course, our next stop ought to be Everkeep. That tower over yonder.
Oh, delightful.
Once you have been registered as my guests, you will have access to Solution 9 and its residential district, where you will doubtless gain invaluable insight into Alexandria's state of affairs.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I cannot take you directly to where Zoralja resides.
56.
That you'd let us in it all goes a long way toward proving you're not content to let Zoralja do as he pleases. But we're not talking about a simple difference of opinion here. I've come to avenge my father. And to do so, I intend to take Zoralja's life. Are you willing to stand by and allow Alexandria's king to be slain?
A fair question. Permit me to answer it thus. My people come first. Their welfare is paramount. I will do everything in my power to keep them from harm. It is a ruler's duty. Now, I am off to register you at Everkeep. It may take some time, but you shall find the entrance open to you in due course. Oh, and ere I forget, your mother, Kafkiwa? You might try the Thunderbirds to the east.
Okay.
The Thunderyards? Is that where she is?
I'm afraid I can say no more than that. Make for the Thunderyards, and all will be made clear.
What does that mean?
It's not as if we have other pressing business. Not until we can get into this Everkeep anyway. Thank you for earlier. And for being a friend to Namika these past 30 years. It means a lot to me.
Namika? I'm sorry, but I don't know who you mean.
What?
What? We were just with her. If this is some sort of a joke, it isn't funny.
I don't mean to give offense, but I honestly have no idea who you are talking about. I'm sorry.
How can you not know who she is? You're in charge here. She was under your care.
Then in all likelihood, my memories of her have been stored in the cloud.
What? What? Oh, hi, Panic. What the fuck? What? They can't just
The
cut.
person seemingly forgotten without reason is probably there, in the cloud.
Sorry, why don't they just take the memories away instead of just copying the memories? That's weird.
Oh, I really must be getting back to work. If you'll excuse me.
Maybe the reason everyone seems happy is because the memories of people that they lose are gone. What the duck? Maybe that's why everyone seems happy. Because they can't actually... They can't remember... Can't actually remember when they lose. Okay. What's going on? How come Pepona suddenly forgot about Namika? It's as if we never knew her. Could the same thing have happened to others as well, I wonder? There's only one way to find out. Let's make inquiries out in Namika and their area. We can reconvene afterwards at the Aetherite. Wait. Oh no. Oh no, Aramel's mom! Oh fuck. Okay. Okay. No one remembers her, but they should. Oh, one named Namika? Right, I don't know that person. Sorry, I couldn't be of help. No one knows who she is. Despite the fact that there are definitely people that Arenveld recognizes from the village here. Other Shintona, Pira, who live a very long time. They should know who she is, but they don't. What's up? Do I know Mika? Never met anyone by that name. I've worked at the outskirts for a good while now. If she spent time here, I would remember her. I do recall someone caring for someone until recently. You say it was a woman named Mika? Well, I can't say for certain it was her. I wouldn't worry. I'm sure she's being taken up to the cloud. That's fucking weird. That's fucking weird. And the fact that I don't remember them, it means they can't, like, they don't seem to be upset about it. It seems like it's probably because it happens often. And once something happens a lot, you start going, well, that's normal, right? And it's like, no, not for everyone else here. Outside the barrier. We remember the people who die. I'm so... So it's the same for everyone. Not a single person remembers Namika. It's just the memory has been purged from their minds. Well, such a thing might be done with magic. To alter the memories of so many at once would be a tremendous undertaking. We have felt the surge of ether corresponding to the act too. And since none of that in the moment. Neither did I, but I did know something else. Right before Propona seemingly forgot. The light in the device on his head began to blink. Could there be a connection? Someone else also said something about soul cells. Who might we ask about this? If we're making such inquiries, I expect it would only cause confusion. Indeed, if we can't really readily solve the mystery about Namika, perhaps we should search for Kakua instead? Student said to try the Thunder Yards. It should be in this direction. What's that? Something's watching us. What is that? Impossible! What is that? Another kind of mechanical soldier? It looks dangerous. We better destroy it. Ah! What the fuck is that? Should we give chase? I think it understood our words. It might be worth asking it some questions. Annabelle, are you alright? You look like you've seen a ghost. It's nothing, I'm fine. Well, it went up in the direction we're headed anyway, so let's try to track it down. Why are you so freaked out about it, Aaronville? What is it? I wish she'd talk to us. Also, yes, I have most of the map. Yesterday I went around getting my ability to fly in the other areas, and I was, I was like, let's see if I can get across if I can cross this bridge, and for some reason the game let me, so I went across. I don't know if the game would have let me do that if... Hey, Lamachi! Bye, Lamachi! Oh, up here. So maybe the Thunder Yards? Okay. There it is. Bubble hands. Get back here, bubble hands. I see you. You think I can't see you? I have good eyes. Yeah, fucking sprint. Going into the caves. We're gonna follow it into the caves. You found it? To the northeast? They must be bound for the mines. Come on then. We'll be a trap, so let's not rush in too quickly. I'm gonna go in. I heard faint voices coming from inside. So it's not alone. We're still going in, of course. This may be a trap. Be ready for a fight, everyone. Whee! Hey, Raha. It appeared no one has worked these tunnels in quite some time. Again, several people ahead. Can't make their conversation with the echoing. Let's keep going. Stay out on guard. Cutscene, let's go. Some stuff's falling apart. Seems like someone's living here because there's like actual food on that table. There it is!
What is this?
Yeah, good question.
Aaronville!
A trap?
It really is you!
Huh?
Huh?
Who?
I just had to get a look at you in the light, and I can still hardly believe my eyes. But it is you, my darling Elder.
My darling, what now?
For Airville.
it's so good to see you, my fussy little bun bun. But what are you doing here? What brings you all this way?
Well, are you alright? There you go. Ignoring the...
Why the long face? Aren't you happy to see me after all this time?
Why are you an orb?
I know that laugh anywhere. Mother?
Why is she an orb?
Wait. Since when was your mother a weird floating thing?
And what have we here? Say, aren't you Galoo Jaja's kitten?
Oh my gosh.
I knew I recognized that adorable fuzzy face. Ellen Espier was always so excited whenever you invited him over to play. You remember me, I hope?
I can't say that I do, but you know my father?
Appearances notwithstanding, it would seem this is my mother, ffxiv.
I'm sorry?
How is she? What's happening?
This won't do. Come in. Friends of my Ellen Espier are always welcome.
All I ask is a little forewarning, but no.
Poor guy.
Just when I thought I was starting to get a handle on this place, how are things still getting stranger?
As far as I can tell, this is indeed my mother. I could think of a few people in the world quite so spirited. That's what's happened, we'll need to ask her. Let's hear what she has to say. Hey, look, there's a map. Was that one of the ID things on the table? It's so wonderful to meet you all. Why are you an orb? I'm the student of Maldesian. It's been a while since I heard that name. Dare I say the reason for your appearance? Oh, it's just a body that I control remotely. I use this for our operations. Yeah, where's the real body? We're members of a resistance organization, Oblivion, we call ourselves, and our goal is to thwart Sorreljaw's ambitions for conquest. Azalier, it's prudent that I remain where I can't be easily found. See, whimsical appearances notwithstanding, yours is a serious cause. Right, you are? Though, truth be told, Oblivion was found for an altogether different purpose. That is... As I expect you've already noticed, everything you see within this dome, the building, the people, the very earth beneath their feet, is a fusion of two worlds. Such fusion was Oblivion's original mission. So then, does that mean you know who or what is responsible for it? I'm afraid not. This was a long time ago, and our mission statement has become more of a legend that's passed down to members. By the time we joined, our sole objective was stopping Sorreljaw. But we failed to do that. Now he's taking his army outside the dome. So Oblivion's been around for a really long time. Like, even longer than the 30 years. Now you wear those strange devices on your head. Does that have something to do with your work? Oh, there it is. Yeah, that's the one I mentioned earlier that I saw. You mean this? It's a regulator, the pinnacle of electropic technology. And that we don't wear is indeed related to our operations. What exactly does it do? Allow me to explain. His name's Geode. Love that. Regulators have two primary functions. First, as the name suggests, is the regulation of the wearer's reserve of souls. Should they die, the regulator expends a soul to bring them back to life. Reserve? You mean people walk around carrying spare souls? They do. Souls are packaged in cells, and they can be used to replenish the life force that is lost due to some death, such as in accidents. They do nothing for those who die of old age, though. So what I'm getting is that instead of them dying, the person in the cell, the soul in the cell, gets sent to the ethereal plane instead, while the regulator revives the actual person in the body. Is my guess, is how it works. Distribution of soul cells based on one's work evaluation to encourage exploratory performance when fulfilling their duties. Souls is a common resource, a payment for service rendered. How are they getting all these souls? Oh, wait. That's why Sorrel wants to... Okay. The void sign practice of consuming others for their aether comes to mind, and similarly I expect that the act comes with some risk. Hey, wow, it's almost like the stuff from the 13th actually has some story snippets for Dawntrail. Wow! Sorry, I'm pointing a finger at all the people who just called the 13th stuff the patch content for Endwalker filler. When the consciousness of others corrupt your own? That's prevented through memory management, a process in which regulators also play a role. Memory management? The reason everyone has forgotten Namika's existence. The regulators are constantly recording the memories of their wearers, so if they should suddenly die, their memories can be refreshed as part of the restoration process. This is how they preserve one's identity and sense of self. However, the regulators are also triggered when someone else dies. The reason being is that the regulators forcefully extract memories relating to the deceased from anyone wearing one. Why would they do such a thing? It's a kindness bestowed upon the people by Everkeep's core system, so no one has to suffer the pain of loss. Kindness, yeah, air quotes. So this is what is meant by their memories being in the cloud. Indeed, all memories of the deceased are wiped from the minds of the people that are archived in the system. It is a frightening function of the regulators, an integral step in soul cell production. Let me guess, to take the souls from the dead people. People who die of old age. So when a person dies of natural causes, their soul is temporarily housed within the regulator. It is then delivered to the facility where memories are separated from the soul. Oh no. Oh no, we've seen this. I think we've already seen this. The cells of fresh soul cell free of impurities ready for distribution and consumption. I do want to reiterate, the game has established that souls can't really be destroyed. They can be used. I think they just end up being tossed back in the ethereal sea eventually, but like... I'm also establishing that because with all the bullshit that happens within the like start of the Sundering and the end of it, there would not be as many people as there are if souls were just being used up and destroyed. Like every time, like with some, like especially with the fucking Alligans. God. Meanwhile, the memories are stored in the core system to remember forever. Then this is why people are happier. On the surface, it's similar to the Akio philosophy, but I see nothing noble or comforting in it. Well, it doesn't seem so terrible to me, personally. All it comes down to what you're used to, I suppose. Like the barrier in Kisigi, Alexandria, this is what's created to overcome the calamity that transformed the world hundreds of years ago. Amidst the mounting death toll, science used electrope devices and means to save what lives they could so that the future could endure. But why keep using it? I understand that the people of Alexandria did what they believed was best to save their people. I just find it hard to believe that the Thorali would just also accept this way of living. It came as a shock to us as well. In fact, a great many were opposed to it. Which is why the use of regulars was never compulsory. People have always been free to go without them, if they so wish. Speed didn't strike me as the sort of ruler to impose her will on others. Ah, so you've already met? She's the one who suggested we come to the Thunderyard in the first place. She also said she wants to help us stop Sorreldraw. Awfully kind of her to point you in my direction, and speak so candidly as well. Part of her motives, she's given the people a choice: live with the risk of true death, or the security of the regulators. Everything that lives must die, it must someday die. That is the natural order of things. Quite right. But however you feel about them, it'd be easier to understand that the regulators are capable of it. With the regulators capable of it if you saw it yourself for yourself. We already saw. I know just the person to show you, and as luck would have it, they should be starting work right about now. Who are we going to see exactly? Go with me and you'll find out. I don't... Okay, look. I don't mind them, like, copying memories and putting them in a cloud that anyone can see later, and then you can see how people, like, really were. I don't mind that. It's the fact that you're erasing their memories at the same time that bothers me. Because that means you're erasing... it just feels like you're erasing the experiences you had with that person, which, depending on the person, has a really strong effect on how you are as a person. Like, imagine if one of your parents died. Like, how would that affect you as a person if you had the memories of your parents erased? Like, I feel like that would be, not great. And poor everyone's like, well, if they're abusive. I'm not talking about abusive parents. I'm talking about... Okay. Everyone here, good. And also, I don't think that would erase your trauma either. I think it would just make it harder for you to understand what's wrong. It's responsible to the Thunderyard's hunters to fill any beings found wandering the area. We're to meet an acquaintance of mine, Strika, one of these hunters. I don't like the erasing of memories because memories are tied to you. And yeah, you could be like, well, you forget stuff all the time. They fade from memory, but they don't stop affecting you. And erasing them like that, I can't imagine you're crying over someone who died and then they just erase your memories and you're just sitting there going, why was I crying again? Like, I personally would start getting bothered by it. I don't know. Kachia? I can't pronounce her fucking name. I keep forgetting how to pronounce it. You said it one time and I blinked. What are you doing here with so many friends? My apologies for the interruption, but I was hoping they might observe you at what? Hey, you mean? That's fine, I guess. Hold on, I assume they're wearing special regulars like Queen's Fiend's crown, but they aren't wearing anything at all. Most Jennies should be here without one, whether they're struck by lightning or attacked by beasts. I can assure you they're all quite capable of looking after themselves. If anything should go amiss, I'll take full responsibility. Well, don't say I didn't warn you. Danger aside, there isn't much, really much to see. This is the other thing, that problem I have with it, is that people become too reliant on these regulators. And, like... What happens when there's, like, no more souls? Like, yeah, you can make the argument, well, people die of natural causes all the time. Cool. That's great. What? Which is... Chua said you were a hunter, but wouldn't it be a bit easier if those mechanical soldiers to guard this place? It would, if not for the fact that they're weak to lightning. Guard being what it is, they've been ordered to steer clear. So up there, huh? These facilities are vital to the upkeeping of Alexandria's infrastructure, so it falls to hunters like me to deal with any fiends. Given the danger, we're well compensated for our work. It's a perfect profession for anyone looking to build up savings. The special selection of souls for hunters isn't terrible either. I brought this lad here to see this danger you speak of, if it's not too much trouble to ask. Ah, of course, in which case it'd be shame to waste my efforts on just any old beast. You can all handle yourselves in a fight, right? If you cause a ruckus slaying what creatures you see nearby, the chances are outside worthy of a demonstration. I'm not personally comfortable with her using a soul to raise herself. I'm not sure I understand, but I suppose we should each slay what we can. There's something about this I'm not personally comfortable with, like, and like, look, I'm trying to be like, you know, blah blah blah, other cultures, they're different than yours, blah blah blah, but like, I don't know, I feel like, how are you supposed to build a culture when you keep forgetting the reasons why that culture exists? I don't know. Maybe I'm the crazy one. I don't know. Oh. Oh, I can use the Moogle and then follow it up. Okay. I don't use up my wings and pom-pom. Okay. Looking around downtown. Oh, there she is. This one will do nicely. We'll help you. It's fine, really. I face first. Just watch. I don't like the look of this. Let us help. Oh no. Look out. Well, preserve. She needs healing. I don't want. That was embarrassing. The bastard caught me off guard. Are you mad? Seriously, let us help. I told you not to worry. This will only take a moment. Careless. This is what I mean. I feel like they're far more careless now. Yeah, look, go. Yeah, I can just do this without needing to expend another person's soul. So, like, your point? I love how everyone else covers their faces except me. Just like Sorreljaw. Come on, let's get out of here. Well, I don't like that. That's also a function of the regulator. I don't like it. I understand now that Sorreljaw was able to return from the dead and defeat Pop-Up. I'm not sure what we saw at the end there. As soon as the regulator turned red, it was as if you were possessed. Your moves became beast-like. Don't tell me, you empowered yourself with the soul of a beast? I'm reminded of the Serpentine soldier we encountered in the Vanguard who did the same. So you crossed past one of the King's Leap? Such a form could only be achieved by gorging yourself on souls. You could do the same in theory, but it's incredibly dangerous. Besides, it's not as if they'd allow hunters to carry that many souls to begin with. Well, I should be getting back to work. Take care. And there you have it. Regulars can be loaded with two kinds of souls. Those of people and those of beasts. Souls of people can be used to grant the user preternatural strength. Naturally, can also be used to ensure no one suffers an untimely death. And what about the souls of the beasts? They are much in some fashion, being the strength of the chosen animal. I, for example, use a soul of wolf to grow more agile and feral, as you saw with Strika. Using several of the same type at once would result in physical changes. Your teeth might become fangs, your nails claws. Too many will become more beast than man. Changing one's form through the souls of other beings becomes more and more reminiscent of void scent. And left the void, where the cycle of death is simply broken. Souls here are forcefully taken before they might reach the ethereal sea. Different means to achieve similar. Cycle to which all within the dome are bound. This is wrong. This is all wrong. It isn't hard to accept being so far removed from our own beliefs. Perhaps we're shocking the technology to achieve all this was developed hundreds of years ago. Here's the other thing that bothers me. Okay, look. we can see all what we want about respecting other cultures, but like when Ilmore was going around and being like, hey, yeah, you should just accept the death, destruction of the star, and blah, blah, blah. Kind of went, no, fuck you. And like, on one hand, they were attacking us with armies, but so was Alexandria. So I'm kind of... The civilizations and reflections are surprising indeed. Here's the other question. Did they make them themselves, or was this something Ashian inspired? Like, that's a genuine question. Did they... Like, I'm not gonna say, oh yeah, all Ashians always are the source of all terrible things that happen on the stars. That's definitely not true. But, I wouldn't be surprised if they influenced it somehow. Well, we all have our thoughts and souls. For now, the important thing is we know that what power Sorrel-Jah has at his disposal. One thing to separate corporeal ether from incorporeal ether, but to certain memories from the soul entirely is unprecedented technology. This is no longer all Toliola's concern. With his newfound power, Sorrel-Jah has become a real threat to the entire world. Indeed, he has to be stopped, no matter the cost. Fears give Sorrel-Jah a frightful advantage, and that's just the one of the dice he's got his hands on. If we were to have a chance at defeating him, we have to learn all we can about the technology he has at his disposal. Oh, you're not the quest giver. Ooh, cake! I trust you get insight into the use of souls in Alexandria. It's shocking, I know. I was overwhelmed myself at first. I expect you'll need some time to digest it all, but for now let's head back to the earth and sky. Maybe it's also because of what I know at this rate. There's something I want to discuss with everyone. Let's take a moment before we head into the tunnel. This is the other thing that bothers me, is that like they point out repeatedly that it's similar to what the 13th did. Here's the thing, the people there do not like that. They were not happy with it, even though they were like that for thousands of years. Probably longer. Which is why I think some of the people are also bothered by all this. Sorry for delaying this, but I have some thoughts I need to share. Both technology values, it's plain there's a wide gulf between Toliola and Alexandria. And while Sorrel-Jah knows everything about us, we know hardly anything about what he's become. Indeed, we haven't even seen what lies within that enormous tower Everkeep. So here I'd like to make a proposal. That is, we were with Chakia and her people. We're going to learn as much as we can about the enemy. The quickest way would be to join hands with Oblivion. We've only just met them, I know, and we should be too quick to trust. But the fact remains that they share our desire to stop Sorrel-Jah. Speed too claims to be at odds with the Kingdom's all. May I ask why you cooperate with Oblivion instead? Still really. Their leader is Erenfel's mother. Meanwhile, whatever swing may fill, she's a ruler of this nation. There's a greater risk in working with her and less reason to take her. A fair point. And knowing Sorrel-Jah, we must assume that his arrangement with Sorrel-Jah was not made without some consideration. All I know is that it'd be hurting to have allies in this strange realm. I think everyone would agree that any help we can get would be welcome. Hold on. There's no guarantee that's actually my mother behind the machine. Without seeing her in the flesh, we can't rule out the possibility of a ploy. If it turns out to be a trap, we endanger not only ourselves, but everyone in Toliola. As you say, we have no proof that it really is Chakia. Oh, I make my proposal in full awareness of this. Whether we're going to war or strike for peace, we need to learn as much as we can. Otherwise, we can't hope to do anything meaningful. As it stands, we know too little about this realm. We need to remedy that. We need to study the enemy when the time comes, strike down Sorrel-Jah for good and all. What's more, I trust in you, Erenbell. You always had great instincts, hope from your time training under your mother. But if I'm wrong, what sentiment is clouding my judgment? If it's a trap, then we'll deal with it when it's sprung. That's always the way of it with you. Fine. If you're set on this, I'll say no more. making cheers squeaky sounds. Then it's settled. Let's head inside and secure ourselves some new allies. Whee! The goal is to finish MSQ today. That's the goal. That's the goal. Is to finish MSQ. If anyone was curious. There we go. Oh my god, I'm trying to target. There we go. Kakia, there's something I need to tell you and your people. Here for no reason than to strike down Soralja. That seems to surprise them. But I thought he was your brother. You remain to kill your own kid? He's already killed someone that might can invade our nation and murder our people. As well as all that falls to me to bring him to account. I'm prepared to do what I must. I won't hesitate when the time comes. Like us, you and yours are opposed to Soralja. In light of this, I propose that we together stop him once and for all. This is sudden that it's a gamble to trust someone you've only just met. But I would trust in the conviction of anyone who shares my goal, so fight with me, I beg you. As you say, our goals align, and I don't doubt your resolve in the least. If you hadn't proposed working together, I would have done so instead. Truth be told, it's been tough going at it alone. While we've gathered ample intelligence, we don't have the strength to take decisive action. Besides, how can we not trust you? My only son was with you. My fussy little bun-bun. He's all the reason I need. Then decided. Here's to fruitful collaboration. Thank you, Kakaya. Together we'll achieve it. Together we'll achieve great things. I'm sure of it. Let's not waste any time. We've been wondering about Soralja's whereabouts. Is there a palace inside that tower? After a fashion, the king resides on the uppermost level. While Queen's Fiend has a penchant for going out in public, he seldom shows himself. Or what's more, his moves are highly classified. Not even its commanders are privy to that information. If any knows where he is at any given time, it could only be the Queen. Even if we don't know his whereabouts, Soralja will eventually march on Toliola again. That's when we can go after him. The drawback is we'd have to wait for the invasion to happen. Innocents would be put in harm's way. There's also the possibility that he'll leave everything to his minions and not command the army in person. No, he'll take the field. What makes you so certain? My brother has always yearned to surpass our father. That's why he attacked Toliola. After waiting for 30 years, the first thing he wanted to do was demonstrate his newfound strength. But killing Papa didn't satisfy him. Now he's been proving himself stronger than me and Kona, who vested him in the right of succession. He challenged me to strike him down. He wants a duel to show everyone that he's superior to the Dawn Servant, and he won't let his minions deprive him of that pleasure. Because he's a child! He's a child! He's never let go of stupid childish rivalries. And that's his problem. And then why hasn't he appeared and given you a chance? Your chance. Surely he's aware of our presence here. At that I can only guess. Perhaps he wants to dazzle us with his wondrous realm. But if he won't deign to appear, then we'll force him to do so. Even as we gather intelligence, we make no move to attack him. show absolutely no interest in a confrontation. Knowing him, he'll tire, reigning, turn his attention to Kona instead. He'll attack Tulliola again, like he said he would. See, if you believe this is the best approach, then we have no objections. Any campaign against Tulliola requires that Sorojal lead his forces through Vanguard. We'll have lookouts to keep an eye on it day and night. Such a strategy is certainly viable. For proceeding with it, though, we should warn those outside. Indeed, they'll need time to prepare their defenses. I should be glad to coordinate our efforts. I'm already in regular contact with Yushtola, and we'll make sure to keep our comrades apprised of developments. You can leave Vanguard to us. We'll send word at the first sign of movement. Seems we have a plan. While we wait for Sorojal to move, you do well to prepare for battle, and it begins with familiarizing yourselves with the technology that empowers him. To that end, I'll show you to Oblivion's main headquarters. Oh, I thought this place was it. You'll be impressed to know that we're located inside that tower in the residential district of Solution 9. Hiding a tree in the forest, as it were. The only question is how to get you through the checkpoint. How about that? Sveen said that she'd make it so we could enter without issue. She did? Curious. She's not supposed to have such authority over the sentries. If I recall correctly, her words were that she would register us as guests. I see. Perhaps we're in the clear then. When you're ready, come and meet me at the tower entrance. Work out, give us a moment to introduce ourselves properly, eh? After all, good names are good to know when working together. Love how they're just like running around with guns. Nostalgia, Milwaukee. Okay, interesting. Well, we believe in its operators all over. We're the main crew here. I'm Gio, the leader of this hideout, and the petal young twins behind me are Nostalgia and Milwaukee. I'm Nostalgia. It's a pleasure to meet you. My sister was born and raised inside the barrier. We've been with Oblivion for 3 years, and our main duties are surveillance and provisioning. Twins, eh? That explains the resemblance. Wawakiwa is Tenowawatan name, unless I'm mistaken. That's right. Our name is Tulliolan, and our father is Alexandrian. They wanted to honor both cultures. They're beautiful names. Thank you. Though I have no memories of my mother, I'd like to think I carry a part of her with me. Yeah, that's... So, what made you decide to join Oblivion? We want to avenge our father. Ambrose was his name. Years ago, he was taken away after a scuffle with a soldier over a disagreement. It was a minor incident, so at first we clung to hope that he'd be released. But when months went by with no word from him, we made the decision to remove our regulators. We'd already lost the members of our mother. We didn't want to lose those of our father as well. They've all forgotten about him now, everyone who had known him. That bastard, even here, he thinks nothing of his own people. Sometime later, we were approached by a member of Oblivion. Hoping to get justice for our father, we joined the Order. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to darken the mood. No, I appreciate you sharing this. Together we'll avenge your father. Thank you. Something tells me you have what it takes. You interest yourself too? Go on. It's pretty much the same story for me. While mine is a Tenowawatan name, I have the faintest idea how things are outside the barrier. It's my dream to go and see it with my own eyes. Our mother's homeland. The only reason they probably know anything about their mom is probably because their dad told them things. Well, no. They probably wrote down things. Or they looked into it themselves after they forgot shit. Or someone pointed out that her name was Tawachan, and that's probably how they were like, oh, she's probably from beyond the barrier or some shit. God. Or the memory regulators leave really, really basic information. Really basic, like, just where she's from, and that's it. Once peace is restored, you must come and visit. The wilds are beautiful, the food delicious, and everyone's so nice. You'll love it. God, I hope she doesn't die, because that sounds like a flag that got raised for her. Anyway. That's us here. We'll meet us others in the back room. That's our headquarters. Some of them are a little eccentric, but they have good hearts, all. Ah. Annabelle, one last thing. It isn't my place to say, but thank you for seeking out She talks about you so much, it's clear how important you are to her. That's all. Be good to your mother while you still can, eh? Well, we'll let you go now. Feel free to use this hideout as you like. Ba 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 ba. I'm so sketched about the fact that she's in a little orb bubble. Like, why is she bubbled? And why does no one seem to remember her, even people who know her? Like, hello? Oh, fuck. Are these where the souls are stored? Ooh. Ooh! It's this asshole.
You've been consorting with Wook Lamont.
And do you give a shit, bitch?
No matter. I do not know what you are scheming, but when your realm lay on the brink, you were powerless. You had no choice but to turn to me. Whatever sentiment you may feel for her, it is my power you require. Is it not?
Not unless she can beat you.
Perhaps. And yet, knowing the love that Wook Lamont bears for her people, how she regards them all as kin, I cannot help but wish to spare her the same pain I have suffered. What's more, her friends possess new knowledge. Were we to work together, we might find another path.
Eh?
I know you're loath to consider it, but is there no hope for peace with Tuliolo? What we've already done may be unforgivable, but it needn't continue. You needn't kill your brother and sister.
I don't think he gives a fuck about them like that.
I slew my only flesh and blood. Yet you attempt to sway me with an appeal to family. The memory of my father's final moments still fills me with disappointment. Age came for him before I did. For long years, I sought to prove the miracle. And weak as he was, defeating him achieved nothing. To kill them is my only recourse. Wook Lamont and Kona, who bested him as he was in his prime.
They are still your siblings, even if not by blood. That such bonds should mean so little to you.
I am bound to no one. Serve none save myself. I made that clear when first you spoke to me in the Golden City. Remember, I can easily kill your beloved family. If you would protect them, cast aside any foolish notions. Your wisdom and abilities are valuable insofar as our goals align. So think well before
I want to kill him.
enough reason.
I want to kill him with my bare hands. Can we end him? Pretty please. I hate him.
Wook Lamont, if you are father's worthy successor, then you will find your way to me.
I hate him so much. So much.
But should you fall short, I will lay waste to Tuliolal.
Yikes. I want him gone right now.
What now?
Alright, we'll do them out. Let's go. Solution 9. Right, Kakaya is waiting. Let's head to the tower. Oh, now I have I wonder what that is. Yeah, I'll worry about it later. Ever keep ward. Solution 9. Does that mean they had like 8 other solutions that they were going through and 9 was the one that they were like, yeah, we'll do with this one? And it's the one with the regulators and shit? Hmm. Also, let me know if anything weird happens with the audio. Yesterday there was a lot of weird, like, glitching and like, the audio mixer on my side was freezing, but it seemed like the sound was fine on stream side, so just in case. But I do genuinely think that the souls aren't being destroyed, they're just taking the place of the dead person's soul. Basically, that makes any sense. Or hell, what, like, okay, here's the other possibility that it's doing, is that they're swapping souls over and over again, like, I don't know. Queen Sphene has registered you as guest. You should be able to march right in. And if she hasn't, you may have a swarm of Soroloja's minions to deal with. I can handle it. Nothing more but to see if Sphene has betrayed us, eh? Thank you for your diligent service, friends. My companions and I would like to pass if we'd be so kind. I run a guide unit identified. Registration number verified. 6 coming civilians identified. Verifying credentials. Okay. Credentials verified. Welcome guests of Queen Sphene. Okay. What a relief. There you have it. Seems the Queen was true to her word. Follow me, everyone. Solution 9 awaits. Oh boy, here we go, cutscene. As we enter city that I've seen screenshots of for FanFest. Look at all the LEDs! My brain goes, oh, golden saucer advertisements.
Everkeep, a tower of electrope piercing a perpetual shroud of storm clouds. Occupying the 9th level of this 12-tiered structure is a residential district called Solution 9. In so naming their home,
What hopes did its founders harbor for it? And did it prove the answer they sought?
Here's the other question. Why do the people need to wear it when they're like walking around town? Do they really expect to get stabbed in an alleyway or something? I just think it's so funny that so many people are wearing the PvP gear.
Spectacular, isn't it? There are more districts throughout the tower, including industrial ones, but Solution 9 is the largest.
Just being here makes my head spin.
Perfectly natural reaction. A city of shimmering electro, replete with strange technologies that cater to every conceivable need. We never dreamed the life back home in Tuliolo. Now, while I go and explain the situation to those in the back room, why not take a moment to explore?
Sure.
I believe lived experiences are far more educational than dry explanations. And you want to know more about Sphene and Zeralja's Dominion, do you not?
You had me at explore.
I had a feeling you'd be king.
I wish they'd stop calling me out like this.
Just to confirm, while we have been allowed inside, are we also permitted to roam?
Absolutely. As Sphene's registered guest, you'll find you're exempt from the sentry scrutiny. The elevator to the uppermost level. I wouldn't go near that. But other areas should be fine provided you act like you belong.
All right then, we'll show ourselves around.
Yes. Familiarizing ourselves with the technology here will help us prepare for the battles to come.
Of course. I'm sure you have no other reasons.
Try not to enjoy yourselves too much, or you're liable to attract attention.
Once you've explored to your satisfaction, come to the entrance to True View in the eastern sector. The way from there is a little complicated, so I'll send someone to guide you.
Okay.
Understood. We'll see you later.
And they're off. Look at those two little
I shall
shits.
speak with the residents. Perhaps one of them will recognize the earring.
What's with this place? How can this all be the inside of a tower?
So, what aren't you telling me? Where are you?
That I can't reveal yet. Precautions, you understand. Just know that I'm safe.
Sure. Sure you're safe.
But come, tell me about your adventurer friend. You seem to have a great deal of faith in her. You must have been through a lot together.
You might say that. For instance, we found the entrance to the Golden City.
Wait, what? You did? Goodness, why didn't you mention this sooner?
You want to explore together? It's not that I'm scared or anything. Everything is just so different from home is all.
Door. Alright, I can't use. Oh. Tower's inside a tower. I see it, but I can't believe it. For now, I say we proceed straight ahead. Look like we're getting lost. We can always try and go back the way we came. Well, these are different. I'm gonna paint all over the floors on purpose. Get fucked. Oh no, it's a sightseeing log. Anyway. You know, do not. Well, there's the ether, right? Ugh, crossroads already? This place is too much. I have no idea where I should go. I have made up my mind. Let's go to the building over there. Okay. I changed my mind. Let's go the other one.
Ah! There you are! Lamati!
Sphene!
Oh, it is
I was
Sphene.
worried you might have
Okay.
had trouble at the checkpoint, but I see everything went according to plan.
Well, that's thanks to you.
Now, I know you've scarcely arrived, but I have a request to make of you.
Already?
Oh, a request you said.
Yes, an important one.
Oh, okay.
I'll say it plain. I want you to make peace with Zoralja.
He's not going to.
What? I thought you said you weren't on his side.
We have come no closer to seeing eye to eye, nor do I condone his methods. Be that as it may, I don't want you to fight him. I don't want you to regret a decision made in anger and haste. Unequipped with regulators as you are, the risk is too great.
We'll be fine.
I appreciate your concern, but you ask the impossible. Zoralja murdered our father. His minions slaughtered our countrymen. He will never renounce his war. As vow of resolve, it falls to me to stop him. I know you love your people too, and so you must understand how I feel. Why I cannot, will not back down.
Look at that hair.
I do understand. All too well. Let me say only this then.
Kinda want Sphene's hair though.
Zoralja will use any means to win. If you would protect your people, return to them at once and prepare. Prepare as best you can. It may ring hollow coming from the queen of an enemy nation. But unlike me, you still have the power to determine your own fate.
What does that mean?
You really are a curious one. Look, you needn't worry for us. We have dependable comrades holding the fort in Tulihyolal. They'll keep everyone safe, so we can devote our attention to affairs here.
Please.
I won't yield on this either.
So you have comrades on whom you can rely. I envy you.
You know, we'd like to learn more about you.
Yeah, maybe you should join us instead.
Me?
Yeah, maybe you should join us.
To be
But
frank, we're still not sure whether or not you're trustworthy. So, if you have a moment, would you show us around the district? That.
Oops.
You're asking me, the Queen, to show you around? Oh, but I jest. I'm flattered that you've taken an interest in me. Very well. I shall be your guide. You're my guests, after all, and teaching you about my realm would be a pleasure in and of itself. If you like, I can introduce you to my citizens, too. I consider them family, as you do yours.
By all means, we're in your capable hands.
That you are. This will be an enjoyable and enlightening tour, I promise.
Okay. Let's begin then, shall we? I must say, I'm really grateful. This place is so vastly confused, I didn't even know where to begin. Well, the district may seem daunting in size and structure. All the key facilities are situated near ley nodes. What you call aetherites. Remember, the city won't lose your way. Well, then, seeing as it's right here, I'll show you the Nexus Arcade first. Please follow me. Nexus Arcade, huh? Video games! This doesn't really seem much like an arcade to me. This complex is home to all manner of shops, from food and daily necessities to technological business. You can find almost anything here. Everkeep's interior is vast, as you observe. This arcade makes it possible for people to acquire what they need in one centralized location. Amazing. How do you get to the upper levels? I don't see stairs. You seen the glowing pattern over yonder? That is an automated conveyor. So this contraption is found throughout Everkeep, allowing us to simply move between faraway places. That'll spare us some walking. Oh, they also made from that strange metal? What's it? Yes, the conveyors are powered by electro. As a matter of fact, the ore is integrated into just everything in Everkeep, even the floors and walls. By etching arcane circuits upon it, electrope can be used to convert lightning energy to those of other elements. In so doing, we can achieve various effects. For instance, a conversion to wind produces flotation, which is required for the propulsion of our flying vehicles. In conversion to fire, meanwhile, produces light and heat, and is employed in devices such as street lamps and heaters. There are even self-heating cups that keep your drink warm. Weird. Can you make your drink cold if you convert it to ice instead? So they can. Our vending machines do just that. What's more, multiple energies can also be combined to produce some clever effects. For instance, by manipulating the air with wind while projecting light with lightning, as well as alter one's appearance. So scary we could do with Electro. If it's such a wondrous material exists in our world, I imagine everyone would be fighting over it. Oh, that did, yeah. Yeah, right there. This over here, what does it sell? Oh yeah, let's go take a look. I dare say you'll find it interesting. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm gonna turn around and go. Hmm. One day. There we go. Oh my god. Oh, somebody bell. Oh, that's weird. That looks like a phone. How fun. Yeah, that's fine. $5.80? Okay. I always match the person that's the lowest price. I sold my die there. Well, unless someone's selling only one of something. There we go. Done. Let's go do quest now. This shop sells food. Those are the items on the counter. I can't. That's food? I can't imagine what they taste like. Oh, that's weird. Thought you might be surprised. We fetched manure too in the beginning. Come use something. Choose one and I'll purchase it. Look, bros. How lucky are you for Regis treating you? Find items on display are our most popular. I recommend one of them if this is your first time. Do I have to pick one? Panic, you got super glue on your handle. You are so silly. Slab of pink hexagons. Liquid filled pouch. Long rectangular bar. Hexagon pattern bag. Black and yellow tin. What's this? This cultivated steak is not quite the same as the real thing they produce in the outskirts, but slightly more affordable. This product is known as Gold Label, and it's a type of beef and chicken grown at the plant on the 4th floor. Weird. It's the salad paste! This is designed for those who are concerned with their figure. It's a blend of 9 varieties of vegetables that will help your efforts to slim down. No. Actually, though. Salad paste! I would rather just eat a salad. Eat on the perfect meal bar, are you? It's all the nutrition your body needs to pack into a single foodstuff. Oh god, it's the Archon loaf again! It's the Archon loaf all over again. The reviving tonic. I take it you're thirsty. Flavor is sweet and salty. It stays fresh for over 10 years thanks to the special container. What? What's this? The synthetic fruit pellets? They are best approximated the taste and texture of grape. I just tried the real fruits, so I can't tell how faithful they are, but there's no denying their popularity. Is this another fucking joke about the fucking square grapes? Is this another fucking joke? Okay, sorry. I already decided a long time ago. My grapes are one of my Warrior Light's favorite things, so she's gonna take that. Well, they're all very tempting. I'm going to have the steak. I'm absolutely starving. Thank you for the custom. This being Her Majesty's treat, it's bound to taste all the better. Say, would you mind assembling your selections here now? It's been a long time since we had newcomers. I'd love to see your reactions. Ah! We've been surrounded! There's a great chance to learn about Alexandrian culture, Kieran. Let's dig in. Alright, here I go. Okay, nail polish from her, good. Amazing! I've never had any meat like this before. It's tender like chicken, but flavorsome like Veronique. And the spices give it just the right amount of kick. I could eat this every day. Ah, don't mind them. They're just happy to see your honest reaction. And how about you? Oh, do I get a bigger choice, or is this game just gonna pick for me? It's fantastic. It's pretty good. It's interesting. I am a grape connoisseur. I am disappointed. Haha, it's always such a pleasure. My thanks for humoring me. Oh, rubbing alcohol instead? Okay. This does take me back. Those chaotic with the people of Tiliola first arrived. We endeavored to learn about one another and embrace our differences. Anyway, that grape stuff doesn't taste like grapes. How dare you insult me! Oh, the rubbing alcohol isn't helping much? Oh, okay. Oh, right about you, Sphene. Aren't you having something to eat too? I appreciate the thought, but I'm fine for now. Thank you. Alright, what's your favorite food, if you don't mind me asking? My favorite food? Why do you wish to know this? Because I want to get to know you better. Why else? The more you know someone, the more you grow fond of them. So my old man believed, and my experiences have led me to believe the same. My favorite food. Is it such a difficult question? Sorry, it's just when I think of those who labor to bring us food, I find I can't settle on one thing. I thought I was indecisive, but you're something else. Indecisive? Perhaps I am, but you didn't need to laugh about it. Who's watching us? Oh, it's a baby. I didn't know there were that many Mamulja around. Was the baby still there? Why you Kevin hang out, baby? Oh, it's gone. Okay, Gabe. I am going to stand on the counter until the game loads my NPCs. Give them to me. There we go. I'm still gonna stand on it though. I don't know about you, but I'm satisfied. Let's keep moving. Very well. Next I was thinking of showing you the residential section, but it's in part so I can tend to personal matters. It's a visitation to be precise. I believe it'll be education for you as well. Will the two of you mind accompanying me? Not at all. Wonderful. Let me know when you see enough here. I'll make our way. Right? Let's to the residential sector. It lies to the southwest. As we walk, I would be glad to tell you about places of interest that we come upon. Southwest, so let's this way. Ooh, I can grab that ether while we're over there. Leaves this one. And these three over here. Neon Steam, Trouve. They're Acadian. Oh, the raids! I know that's where the raids are. Over here. Give them to me. I can't wait to do the raids. Oh, that will be fun. Mosaic. This is Mosaic, a cafe. Here you can buy drinks to enjoy while you relax. See, until yellow, there's a similar establishment called that's seashell in the local tongue. Is there a story behind the name Mosaic? Is it there is in our continent the races are named for stones. There's the Hume, who resemble the Tonawata, tall groups of Eldites, and the beautiful Milali. When they all gather here, they appear as a mosaic of colors. Thus, the founder chose to name the cafe. That's nice. If they serve tacos here, it'd be perfect. Tacos? A traditional Tirali dish. One of my favorite foods. You must try it one day. Oh, yes, definitely. Local Jaja still owes me tacos. Anyway, we'll make it happen once we restore peace to Toliola, right? Let's continue on. Whoosh. Hello, sir. That better be an emo we get eventually. I would be able to show up late to places with that and start using the emo and be like, whoops, coming in late with my Starbucks. Let me have my old memes. Oh, come on. There we go. And here we are. These buildings are where our residents live. They're massive. Each one is bigger than the palace. They have to be, but just about all Alexandrians have apartments here. Lest you wonder, I'm here to visit some people. There are apartments in the building on the left here, residential radius 914. Residential radius? That's right, come, the doors open automatically. Ooh, there's a talking point up here. This is the lobby, a common area for the residents. I see. And what does that machine there do? The clerk. The concierge. They look after the residents. If you require assistance or have questions, they would be glad to assist. See, is that so? I have no shortage of questions, but I'll direct them at you for now. Well, by all means, you may consider me your personal concierge. Hey, Sphene, can anyone live in this place? Naturally. In fact, many of your countrymen make their homes here. No matter your origin or race, occupation or regulator usage, all Alexandrian citizens are eligible for an apartment. So it includes those you met who work in the outskirts. You've taken care of everyone for 30 years. I'm truly grateful. Is there a person dying here? The other ones are a lot. This one's the one that isn't. This is a place. A mother and son live here. Not for long, I think. This is a pretty big apartment. Wow, okay. Hello, Istora. I managed to see you came. I have friends with me today. Is that alright? Of course, friends of the Queens are friends of ours. Please make yourselves at home. What's going on? How has Milos been? There's been no change, but the symptoms are thankfully mild today. Hey, Milos, have you missed me? Ooh, no response at all. My son was born with Levin sickness, a severe etheric imbalance towards lightning. As a result, he suffers from paralysis. He cannot walk and struggles to speak. For a blessing, he sells his earrings, and even on bad days, he can communicate with his eyes. See, Sphene visits often, does she? She does. Milos simply adores her. He sometimes even manages to smile when she's here. What about yourself, Isadora? How are you holding up? Don't worry about me, Your Majesty. You always make time for us, and we have everything we need. glad to hear that, but you mustn't strain yourself, understood? I don't remember, do we have that hairstyle? Is there something you can do for him? Perhaps a treatment of souls, or... Unfortunately, no. Well, souls can revive those who have met with an accident. They can't reverse the effects of old age and illness. Truth be told, many children are born like Milos. The illness has existed for generations, but we've been unable to find a cure. The cause is quite clear, though. The excess lightning in the environment. It's so a coincidence the number of cases has risen dramatically these past 30 years. Is it possible to use the tempering cure on it? If it's like an affliction towards lightning? It's all my fault. What was that? I'm sorry, Isadora, but I must be going. I promise to make it a proper visit next time with treats to share. There's no need to apologize, Your Majesty. If it weren't for you, Milos and I wouldn't still be here. For real though, is there... Thank you, Queensbean. It's my pleasure, Milos. I'll be back soon, so be a good boy for your mother and for me. And thanks for accompanying me on the visit. Milos is a part of Alexandria, and I thought you should know about it. We'll find a cure one day, mark my words. Make it so unfortunate children like Milos can smile again. It's for real though, can we... Well, if the issue is like an etheric imbalance, would the tempering stuff work with that? I don't... Like the tempering cure. Well, let's continue the tour, shall we? Like, you obviously have duties to attend to. Citizens look after. We can stop here if you like. No. I do this because I want to, so please don't not worry. Next, I'll show you one of the district's most vital facilities. A place called Resolution. To reach it, we need to go by way of the Node 9, where the Aetheryte is situated. So I have these. Ooh, I'm rapidly. Oh, we're in 98 quests. Sorry, give me a second. Need an update. Updating stream title. We are in the 98th quests. God damn it. Not again. Oops, I almost tried to walk into the pit. Yeah, the pit! Putting paint all over your floors. Ha 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 ha. Oh, we can't even go this way yet. Maybe. Maybe we can actually. The conveyor ahead will transport you to the government sector, where Resolution is located. The markings on the conveyor indicate its this direction, and then there's a paradise like on the other side. Is it safe? Certainly, there's no need to be afraid. Who said I was afraid? Come on, Kiran. Okay, it'll be my first time jumping on one of these. Let's go. I'm gonna jump on it. Pow! Woo! Okay. You disintegrated in me and then put me back together. Terrifying. No, I'm gonna grab this Aetheryte before we go up here.